wanted to talk to you today about how we price a property and things to keep in mind when you're pricing your home. First one that we like to go over, obviously, is comparable properties. So pulling homes, and depending on how fast the market's moving and what direction it's going, I like to pull actives, sold properties, and under contracts to give you an idea as to what the market's done, kind of where it's at right now with under contracts, and actives a lot of times show where it's trending or going. I put more weight on the under contracts and especially the solds because that shows that a buyer was willing to pull the trigger. Actives sometimes can be overpriced, so you have to be careful with that. The other piece we like to go through is what your goal is. So I usually meet with a client and give you a range of here's where it's going to sell within. And then we sit down and talk through what your goal is. Do you want to try to maximize top dollar out of the home? Or do you need to be to a place by a certain time? Or is the speed of sale more important? Or is it a mix kind of somewhere in the middle? So we like to talk through that to make sure we hit the right number for your goal. The other piece we like to do is watching where the market's trending. If we see the market softening, then we need to be more cautious on where we price at. If we see the market going up or going up aggressively, then if the comps are here, we know that we can push towards the top of that if the home is similar or maybe a little bit above to kind of set that next step there. We have to be careful with appraisal if we do that, but there's ways that we kind of watch the market and price according to where it's going. The other piece is price increments. So example, if we've got a home that's $500,000 and we feel that it's going to sell at say $495,000, I've had clients before that go, okay, let's price it $510,000, $515,000. If the goal is $495,000 and we know that that's where it's going to sell, there is something to be said about hitting and staying at that $500,000 mark to leave a cushion for negotiating, but not go too far above. The buyers, when they set up a search, will cap their searches in increments a lot of times. So $475,000, $500,000, $525,000. So if you stay in that next increment, you're able to capture that whole next set of buyers who are in that search price range. And a lot of times you're able to get better activity, more buyers interested, possibility of multiple offer. The other piece, and I see this some with clients, if they go, we've got time, let's really push the price, we can always come down. I would be very cautious with that because what you end up doing is you price it out of the market. Buyers nowadays know what the market is fairly well because they can study and get so much data online. So if they know it's overpriced, they'll let it sit. And then what happens is you add up days on market on your property. And then when you go to drop your price, if you have to do that once or twice or 3 times as you rack up days on market, you start to stigmatize your property, and a buyer sees that. And then the temperament on a buyer, when I've worked with them, switches from, well, let's watch it, to, okay, they've been on a long time, let's throw a lowball offer. And I'd say 9 times out of 10 when that happens versus someone who prices it in line, you actually end up selling the home at a lower net sale price than if you price it correctly and get good activity within a normal, reasonable amount of time. So I hope that helps. If you've got questions on pricing, if you're looking at making a move this next year and just kind of want to talk through process and where the market's going and what's going on, let me know. We also did a video on things to do to get your home ready. That plays a huge part in pricing. So if you want to check that out, you can also do that. Questions, anything we can help with, you can reach me at 605-381-7500 or jeremy@thekalerteam.com. Thank you.